Neil Ratner Rock Doc here with a story. Okay, last week we celebrated the 74th birthday of Jeff Beck, one of my personal guitar heroes. And today I thought I would tell you a few things about Jeff you might not know. But as usual, a little background first, okay? Now, as a teenager, Jeff not only loved playing the guitar, but he also had a real talent at painting, and he went to art school for 2 years. Now, while attending art school, Jeff played in a variety of bands, including, believe it or not, I don't like this light, I'm shutting it off, that's better, including, believe it or not, Screaming Lord Sutch and the Savages. Now, David Sutch, known in the music world as Screaming Lord Sutch, was a shock rock singer in the 60s, popular for the horror stage show and the over-the-top antics, and he influenced people like Alice Cooper and Marilyn Manson. Now, hard to imagine Beck as a shock rocker, but there you go. Other musicians that played with Sutch at one time or another included both Jimmy Page and John Bonham, as well as Noel Redding. So, he was a breeding ground for a lot of great musicians back in the day. All right, now, Beck first saw Jimi Hendrix at one of the first shows Jimmy ever did after arriving in London in the mid-60s. According to Beck, Jimmy wasn't known then. He came on and I went, oh my God! He had the military outfit on and hair that stuck out all over the place. They kicked off with Bob Dylan's Like a Rolling Stone. And I thought, well, I used to be a guitarist. All right. A few years later, in 1968, the Jeff Beck Group was playing my old boss Steve Paul's club, The Scene in New York City. Now, Jimmy was there. Jimmy loved the scene, and he was a regular fixture, going to the club most nights when he could. All right. Now, according to Jeff, he was there most nights. What an education, having him come in with his guitar. One night, he played mine. He didn't have his guitar. I ended up playing bass. And speaking of Hendrix, the song Scared for the Children, interesting name, right? Especially in this day and age, off his 2016 album, Loud Hailer, is very much in the flavor of Jimmy. According to Jeff, it inadvertently came out. It's Hendrix Angel, 4 notes. There's no escape. I've never loved Hendrix more than now. I've been listening to some excellent stuff that I'd never heard before. A Royal Albert Hall show in 1969, some songs like Red House, unbelievable playing. Ever since I learned the chords to Little Wing, nobody can shut me up. Let's listen to a little Scared for the Children while I tell you the rest of my story. It's a very pretty song. All right. Now, believe it or not, back in the 90s, Jeff was getting bored with the music business and he almost quit. And then he met Jennifer Batten. Now, if you don't know who she is, you should. She's one of the best female guitarists out there. I became familiar with Batten when she toured with my friend Michael Jackson. She had that wild blonde hair, and Michael and her used to, go at it on stage together. So I'm sure you know who she is now. All right, so Batten turned Beck on to electronica and collaborated with him on the album Who Else? The album also marked Beck's first collaboration with a female musician in touring, writing, and recording, as well as the first time he had worked with another guitarist on his own material. Yeah, really nice. So Beck continued to work with Batten through the post-release tour of You Had It Coming in 2001. Listen to this for a minute. Playing in a concrete box because mother's got her shelves to watch. Scared for the children. Jeff is such a melodic player. I mean, he just comes in with the right notes at the right time. All right. I'm going to end with a statement Beck recently made about his guitar playing. I've always liked to play melodically, as I just said, right? Otherwise, there's nothing there. Just an ugly sound. Listen to the great guitarists of the 50s. They didn't do that nasty sort of industrial distortion. They played musical compositions as solos. Scotty Moore, Cliff Gallup, Django Reinhardt. There wasn't a bad note in any of those solos. I listened to that, and I stayed with those rules. Yeah. All right, Jeff. You sure did. You sure did follow those rules. You sure did play melodically. We all appreciate it, and we hope you go on and on and on and on. All right. That's my story. I hope you enjoyed it. Unfortunately, we're not going to get to Jeff's solo in this song, so go on YouTube and check it out, man. The guy is a monster, a monster. How pretty is that, man? All right. If you're anywhere in America with this heat wave, try and stay cool today. Oh, man, listen to that. We will get to the solo after all. Yeah. Jeff Beck at his best as far as I'm concerned. All right, that's it. Neil Ratner Rock Doc. Have a great weekend, and come join me again tomorrow for another interesting story. As a matter of fact, tomorrow I'm going to tell you about closing night at the Fillmore East, the anniversary we just passed this past week. I happen to be there. It's a good story. I hope to see you then. All right, going out with Jeff. Neil Ratner Rock Doc. Have a great day, and I'll see you all tomorrow.